Arsenal begin talks to sign Manchester United target with £69 million clause after impressing Mikel Arteta. Arsenal have begun talks to sign Sporting CP left-back Maxi Araujo, according to reports in Portugal. The Uruguay international is about to finish his second season with Sporting following his €13.5 million, £11.3 million move from Mexican side Toluca in 2024. According to Portuguese newspaper Record, Araujo impressed Mikel Arteta during Sporting's to Champions League quarter-final games against Arsenal earlier this month. Arsenal have now made an initial approach with Araujo to discuss a potential move to the Premier League this summer. However, Arsenal are expected to face strong competition, with both Manchester City and Manchester United interested in the 26-year-old. Sporting, meanwhile, remain in a strong negotiating position, as Araujo still has 3 years remaining on his contract, which also includes an €80 million £69.3 million release clause. The Portuguese champions are said to be open to selling Araujo, but will only listen to transfer fees in excess of €50 million £43.3 million. Atletico Madrid have also been keeping tabs on Araujo's progress in Portugal ahead of the summer transfer window. Speaking before Sporting's 1-0 defeat to Arsenal in the Champions League, Araujo was asked about the prospect of facing Bukayosaka and Noni Madueke. "I believe that all the Arsenal players are very good. Both are among the best wingers in the world, and for me it's a privilege to face either of them," he said. "I feel prepared, and whoever plays, it won't affect me. The most important thing is that I'm ready." Araujo is also expected to be named in Uruguay's World Cup squad this summer, where they will play Spain, Cape Verde and Saudi Arabia in Group H. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has made Sporting Club de Portugal left-back Maxi Araujo a number one target, after being impressed by him in Champions League. Record reports that Araujo has attracted the attention of several clubs in Europe and, among those, Arsenal are showing concrete interest in a move. According to the newspaper's information, Arsenal and Mikel Arteta were left impressed by Maxi Araujo's performance against them recently in the Champions League. His displays caught the eye of Arteta, and he identified the 26-year-old as a first-choice target. The Gunners expect competition too, so have moved from words to action. Initial contact with Araujo and his representatives has already taken place. Currently the conversations are nothing more than an exploratory approach. Aware of the growing interest in Araujo and Arsenal's approach, Sporting are clear about protecting their asset. They've set an €80 million release clause, but will negotiate below that. They won't go beneath €60 million, though. Arsenal are not the only Premier League side keen. Chelsea and Tottenham recently sent scouts to watch the defender in action against Porto, as did Atletico Madrid, Arsenal's opponents in the semi-finals of the Champions League. Scouts are regularly attending Sporting games to watch the Uruguayan play. In recent transfer windows, Atalanta and Napoli both inquired about the Sporting number 20 as well. Juventus and Milan are also believed to be keeping an eye on him. Arsenal, then, could face stern and high-level competition for his signature. They appear to be aware of that, and are already making moves to get ahead of the competition, particularly in London. Whether they do a deal at €60 million is up for debate. With Riccardo Calafiori, Piero Hincapié and Miles Lewis-Skelly at left-back already, the Gunners hardly need to strengthen in that position this summer. But they're clearly interested in Maxi Araujo, who, according to Record, has very much impressed Mikel Arteta. Manchester United's plans involve signing a new left-back to provide extra competition for Luke Shaw, with Sporting CP star Maxi Araujo emerging as a potential target. It is setting out to be a busy summer for Manchester United, who are on the cusp of Champions League qualification, as they sit third in the Premier League table with 5 games remaining. At 30 and being injury-prone, It's time to think about Luke Shaw's future at left back, because United need firm competition in the position, at the very least. Champions League qualification will inevitably lead to more football matches next term. United have been linked with left-backs playing in the Premier League, such as Arsenal's Moles Lewis Skelly and Newcastle's Lewis Hall. Sporting CP left-back Maxi Araujo is a hot name in the international market right now. The Uruguayan was among Sporting CP's standout performers in the Champions League this season as they reached the quarter-finals, before getting knocked out by Arsenal. According to a bowler, Araujo has been targeted by a list of clubs, including United and Man City. The report states that Arsenal shouldn't be overlooked in this equation, as they might target Araujo, especially if Lewis Skelly leaves the Emirates Stadium. It is understood that Araujo has interest from clubs in Syria, including Juventus and Napoli, but they do not have the financial resources for such a deal. Araujo is also on Atletico Madrid's radar, which gives you an idea about his work rate as a fullback and appeals to Diego Simeone, who likes hard-working players. The report adds that Sporting CP will listen to offers starting from £34 million, £43 million.